get ready.
Good afternoon, Los Gatos. You are watching KCAT TV News at Noon, the news show written, directed, and performed by students, filmed right here on LGHS's campus. I'm Athena Mozumdar, and here's the news. Republican Donald Trump and Democrat Hillary Clinton closed in on their party's presidential nominations by racking up big wins on Super Tuesday, though the rest of the field showed no signs of clearing the way for them just yet. Both Clinton and Trump won 7 states, yet Bernie Sanders won 4 states and Ted Cruz won 3, including his home state of Texas. Marco Rubio also saw his first win on Tuesday with the Minnesota Republican caucus, which has earned him the nickname Marco Mondale, referencing the 1984 presidential election when challenger Walter Mondale won only Minnesota out of the 50 states against Ronald Reagan. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said the country's nuclear warheads need to be ready for use at any time. The North Korean state news agency reported Friday. The attitude of U.S. officials is that they consider North Korea's claim true because they can't risk underestimating it, but the claim is still not verified. Earlier this week, the UN Security Council voted to impose an array of sanctions against North Korea because of the nation's recent nuclear test and missile launch, both of which defied international sanctions. The UN resolution that brought about the sanctions aims to cripple the economic factors that fuel North Korea's nuclear and ballistic missile programs. Los Gatos High School's spring musical, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, will be today, March 5th, and March 10th, 11th, and 12th in the school theater. The U.S. Supreme Court on Wednesday appeared closely divided as it considered its first major abortion case in nearly a decade, with pivotal Justice Anthony Kennedy giving little indication how he would rule in a challenge to Texas law imposing strict regulations on clinics and abortion doctors. Leonardo DiCaprio finally won his first Academy Award Sunday night for Best Actor. Other winners include Sam Smith for Best Original Song, Writings on the Wall, while Vice President Joe Biden introduced nominee Lady Gaga, who performed her latest single, Till It Happens to You, of which a portion of the profit goes to helping rape and sexual assault victims. As I mentioned, LGHS is putting on a production of How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Tonight is the opening night, so News at Noon thought it would be great to talk to a couple of cast members. I'll hand it off to Shireen for the interview.
Thanks, Athena. First, I'm joined by Senior Sawyer Chadwick joining me. How are you, Sawyer?
Very well, thank you.
So, tell us a little bit about the story. Who do you play?
Well, I am chairman of the board, Mr. Wally Wamper, as well as some extra parts throughout the show.
It's very interesting. How have you worked up to this performance?
Well, we have had rehearsals every day for the past month or so, a little over 2 months. And other than that, just been constant working at home, improving lines, and taking some vocal lessons. That's
great, Sawyer. So what has been your favorite moment or scene from the play?
Well, I actually am one of the featured dancers of a bit of a pirate shanty jig. It's very fun, very interactive, and just great for everyone.
Sounds great enough to go buy a ticket, Sawyer. So you were voted most likely to be on Broadway. Do you think that adds a little bit more pressure to your performance?
I really think just everybody's expectations of me are through the roof all the time about everything I do, so I really think it does, but at this point I'm used to it.
Well, thank you, Sawyer. I hope you live up to the hype. Now, back to Athena for the weather.
Thank you, Shireen. On a side note, I'm going to go watch the musical, and you should too. Here's your 5-day forecast, Los Gatos. There are predicted showers for Saturday with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 47. Sunday follows suit with definite showers, a high of 61 and a low of 45, making this weekend a wet one. Monday will have light rain with a high of 61 and a low of 42, while Wednesday and Thursday will both be cloudy with no chance of rain, and warmer with highs of 66 degrees and 70 respectively. That's all for weather. Now back to Shireen for another interview.
Thanks, Athena. I'm now joined with Jaden Burnett. Sawyer, I'm sorry your time in the spotlight has...
Get out of here. Hello.
What's up, guys?
Hi, Jaden. So, tell us a little about the character you play.
Thank you. I play an executive at the Worldwide Wicked Company. His name is Mr. Bert Bratt. I am JB Bigley, the CEO of the company's right-hand man and personnel manager.
It's
Whatever that
very cool,
means.
very cool. So next question, is it interesting to do a musical set in the 50s?
Forget it. Actually, I believe it's set in the early 60s. So yeah, it is, because if you've ever watched like Mad Men, it's a lot like that, and we get to kind of dress and do our hair the same.
That's very cool. So you touched on that a little bit with the hair, but what type of costumes can we expect to see?
Oh, all sorts of shades of gray in the suits. Lots of different shades of blue as well. Pretty good, pretty old-fashioned stuff. The girls are all wearing custom dresses sewn by some of our own staff and some of the members of the fashion class here, so look out for that. And some space pirate outfits, some chrome tops. Pretty good stuff.
Very cool, very cool. So you're a junior, and are you sad to say goodbye to the seniors?
Of course I am, because a lot of my really good friends are seniors this year, so it'll be very sad. But it's always great to see new people rise up and take their place. Some new talent every year, and I think it's always very rewarding.
And what's your favorite song that we should look out for?
My favorite song is a song titled "A Secretary Is Not a Toy," sung by yours truly. And it is a song essentially about don't be misogynistic in the workplace, but it's riddled with misogynistic undertones, so it's really great fun for the whole family. I recommend it.
Equality for all. Thanks, Jaden. Now back to you, Athena.
Thank you, Jaden, and thank you, Shireen. Good luck tonight. We'll be right back after the commercial break. Thank you.
All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me. Let's fly away. Come fly with me. Back up, let's fly away. We're the 4 freshmen, and you're watching KCAT.
I'm Shireen Mavandad, and this is another segment of Grinds My Gears. I'm here joined with,
Athena Musumdar.
and today we're going to be talking about the hot and up-and-coming topic, colleges. So as we know, March is a time of year where seniors like myself are starting to hear back from colleges And I have to say, it's been a long struggle to get to this point in my life, but it's an exciting part. But we're here today to talk about the differences between our generation and our parents' generation when it comes to colleges. So Athena, I'd like to ask you, you're a junior. How's your experience starting getting into that college world been going with your parents?
Well, with my parents, it's been a struggle. Of course, you know, our parents' journey through college was very different from ours, and I get into what really grinds my gears is that our journey just seems so much more competitive. I mean, we've got APs, we've got our rigor, we've got demonstrated interest, we've got the ACT, SAT subject tests, transcripts. I mean, when did we get all of this?
So true, Athena. And Athena brought up a very valid point, the competition out of this world for our generation. But another point that our parents don't understand is college isn't always the one route that we have to take. We live in a generation where people get famous on the internet. You can write a blog, you can start a YouTube channel, and this is something pretty foreign to the older generation, and they don't realize that a college education is not always going to lead up to success. This is something that parents have struggled to grasp a concept on, and they still play a heavy weight on colleges, which I think is adding a lot of unnecessary stress to students as well as the parents as well, because there's a lot of discrepancies.
I can definitely agree with that. Actually, when I was a kid, I loved to sing. Whether I'm that great at it is debatable. But I told my dad when I grow up, I want to be a professional singer. You know, like Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato. That was going to be me. But he said, not going to happen. Just go to college, do your thing, then get a job.
So parents out there, take it from us. Open your horizons and accept your kids' talents and realize that college isn't a definitive answer for your child's success. That's it for Grinds My Gears.
Thank you.
Four, three, two, one, go.
Thank you so much for watching Grind My Gears with Shireen Mavindad and me. So now, if you have an idea for Grind My Gears about something that really grinds your gears, then please email danicalyle@gmail.com. Thank you. And now we're going to go to another interview with Shireen Mavindad and Hope Beckman, another cast member from How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
Thank you, Athena. I'm sitting here with freshman Hope Beckman. How are you, Hope?
I'm good.
That's good to hear. So what's it like being in your first high school show?
It's been kind of a strange, bumpy road because it's all new to me. I've been in plays and musicals before, but it's a totally different environment.
So what were your expectations when you first auditioned?
Well, first, I thought that I wouldn't get in because, I don't know, I've always been really impressed with all of the musicals here, and I thought that I wasn't good enough. But I got in, so I guess I was.
The tables have turned. Obviously, you are forced to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
So, how have you helped the show? How have you helped the show offstage?
Well, I actually did the design that's on the back of the t-shirts and like the coffee cup design. I did that, and also I did props and costumes. I helped with that, and we're also, the whole cast is helping with the crew. So it's everybody's doing everything, and it's really great.
That's great. That's great. So what's been your favorite experience in the show thus far?
I think Tech Week is definitely my favorite because you really see everything coming together, and I think that we are ready.
So are you planning on doing the show next year?
Definitely. And if I don't get in, I will be a part of the crew.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And what character is your favorite besides your own?
Well, I really like Hetty LaRue because Tessa Carroll plays her very well, and I love all the characters as well.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us today, Hope. So now back to you, Athena.
Thanks, Shireen. To buy tickets, visit lghsmusical.com or show up to the theater before 7:30 for tickets at the door. There will also be ticket sales in the main hall all week. That wraps it up for this week. Tune in next Friday for another News at Noon. If you are an LGHS student who would like to get involved, contact Danica Lyle at danicalyle@gmail.com. See you next Friday, Wildcats. Have a funky Friday.